Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday, the 19th of June, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar index, continuing to be strong this morning. We see here it bouncing back after a little bit of a decline, but really still in that short-term uptrend, and the medium term just testing that resistance. So strong for the dollar, and we're seeing that the euro is weaker, having had that big fall last week, just falling away again this morning. So we're seeing really that dollar strength continuing. The yen, actually, we're seeing the dollar falling away here. So stronger yen is that's symbolic of what we're seeing with the US-China trade war. Yen becoming a safe haven. Yen is strengthening against the dollar. Sterling falling lower, activating this new downside target of 128.77. So we will be below 132, 130, quite likely. Looking against the euro, sterling holding up there just, and the Swiss franc. We're seeing again stronger Swiss franc, again safe haven currency. Aussie dollar, sterling continuing to rise against the Aussie dollar, so quite interesting there. Bitcoin falling further yesterday, but now just recovering a little bit, so we are just seeing a little bit of an improvement there. Looking at the US stocks, most stocks falling away yesterday with this Chinese trade war news, so we are seeing potential there. We were down 2/3% on the S&P 500. The Nasdaq was down 0.75%. The Dow was also down 2/3%, and the Russell 2000 index also yesterday down as well. So we are just seeing across the board falls in the indices, and the futures down quite dramatically this morning. The S&P future down over 1%, and the Nasdaq E-mini down 1.25%. So we are seeing markets reacting fairly violently to this Chinese trade war, and also seeing the UK market lower, as is the mid caps in the UK as well. Europe, the DAX also falling away quite heavily. So we're just seeing across the board really markets falling. The CAC 40 also falling away, and the Japanese market down over 1.5%. Hang Seng down 2.5%, China down 3.6%. So the Chinese market really falling away, and you'll remember this is the market that we've been most concerned about. The Sensex Indian market also down 0.5%. Brent crude back below $75, recovered a bit off $73 yesterday, and if looking at WTI, we're lower here as well. So markets really in turmoil off the back of this event, the Chinese trade talks, and also the US nat gas falling away quite heavily there as well. Taking a look at gold, you'd expect gold to be rocketing in this climate, but it's not at the moment, sitting at about 1280, and silver also looking lower as well. So interestingly, we're just seeing precious metals even not responding. US 10-year yields falling away quite dramatically, sitting at 2.8%, 2.88%, sorry, and looking at US tech stocks, as you'd expect with the general sell-off, all lower. Apple down 2/3%. Amazon also pushing lower as well. So we're just seeing across the board the sell-off in markets, and that's really having seen the highs at the start of the year, we've failed to make new highs, and we're just seeing that sell-off kicking in. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.